Yen Sid calls them the Unversed.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Unversed Network's first ever Kingdom Hearts Hot Ones Hot Takes Tournament of Bad Opinions, where the only thing more intense than the heat in our contestants' mouths is my personal fear of being sued by Sean Evans. My name is BJ Burnsy and I'll be your hot host, your heat blister mister, your flaming fatherly figure with a fire in my heart and a burning rage to start, and what better time to start than now? I have scoured the world for worthy wielders of that thing we call courage and bravery. Or is it stupidity and foolishness? Like the unanswered question of the Tootsie Pop, the world may never know. But what I do know is that we're all in for a hell of a ride, so strap in and let's begin. The rules are simple. You will see two panels of human beings. They are the contestants and the judges. The contestants have each been tasked with bringing forth their most diabolical opinions related to the Kingdom Hearts series. They must make their claim and will then offer a brief explanation of the stance they have taken. Once each contestant has done so, our panel of judges will have the opportunity to probe the contestants to make them defend their stance and to find out how willing they are to die on those hills they've perched upon. Next, our judges will deliberate and decide as a group who had the least heated take. This contestant will enter a layer of hell one step deeper. In other words, they must consume a hot sauce. We have 3 layers of hell today. Layer 1 will be the secret aardvark habanero hot sauce with an estimated Scoville unit of 5,000. This sauce has heat and taste balanced by the sweetness of the tomatoes and the tanginess of the vinegar, creating a well-rounded flavor profile. The middle layer is where it gets interesting. The garlic reaper sauce by Torchbearer. A delicious garlic hot sauce made with one of the hottest peppers in the world. With an estimated Scoville count of 112,000, the garlic reaper's knocking. Who will answer? We'll find out. And the bottom layer of hell, how could it be anything other than the Last Dab experience? One of the hottest sauces in the world, made with the hottest pepper in the world, Pepper X. This sauce has claimed countless victims and looks to claim at least one more today. Estimated Scoville count, 2.6 million.
You're crazy!
So let us meet our panels of people, starting with the judges. Not only does he like stuff, he's also quite fond of things, various whatnots, and all manners of miscellanea. It is indeed my good friend, Mac of Mac Like Stuff. Hello, Mac.
Wow, that was a next level intro. What's up, brother? I'm so excited to be here, judging some of these hot takes. Let's get into it.
Our second judge knows of heat all too well, joining us from the land named after the flaming bird of myth, the phoenix, who famously, from its own ashes, is reborn and rises anew, or, put another way, resurrects.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm here to be scorched. I want all of these takes to explode my brain. Let's go.
Indeed. These are the judges. Now we shift our focus to 3 men whose sacks of nuts are quite large, but whose holes of asses will be most scarlet in the coming eve.
Ew! Oh, you think that's gross, do ya?
Presenting our contestants. Firstly, a bard of great talent, whose words and melodies have inspired many, including myself. He is a wonderful soul, and I will miss him when his rectum implodes upon itself and strikes him down from within. He is Knight Sonoran.
Yeah, I'm just now realizing what I'm getting myself into because I like hot sauce, and I'm realizing I might die. So nice to see you guys one more time.
Contestant numeral II is a master of ones and zeros, a mortal on the verge of godhood. Legend says if he is blessed by his kiss, they will actually achieve enlightenment and witness nirvana. He is a good man, and I will miss him when his rectum implodes and strikes him down from within. He is Dango and Candlelight.
I thank you so much for that intro. I am very scared. I usually get no spice when it comes to any kind of, Thai food or chicken wings or, so we'll see how this goes.
And, of course, last and certainly not least, I implore you, look up. Through the night sky, among the cosmos, there is a constellation that has been there since the dawn of time. It gives us light in times of dark, hope when we need it most, and a reason to dream. Those stars, as it happens, form the shape of this delightful deity of a contestant. I am so very glad to have this person in my life, and I shall miss him when his butthole implodes. He is Blackstorm.
I want you to know, since we're talking about, like, oh, spicy this, spicy that, I was raised on spicy stuff. It does not matter what level we're on, I'm doing this for sure.
And indeed. Without further ado, the stage is set, the lights lowered, and the curtains rise. This is Kingdom Hearts Hot Ones, Hot Takes.
Oh boy.
All right, hi guys. So we are going to get started here. As I've mentioned, we have contestants and we have judges. I will be a host. In the case of a tie, I will come and bring my decision hammer striking down to determine which way we're leaning. But yeah, basically, we'll have our contestants one at a time. We'll state a claim, some sort of hot take that they have about Kingdom Hearts. They'll have 30 seconds to do so, offer any kind of brief explanation along with it. We'll go down the line. The judges will deliberate, talk about, hey, well, we need so-and-so to expand on this point. Let's probe this person about this or that. And they can ask the contestants a question. The contestant will have up to 1 minute to answer that question. The judges can ask those questions as many times as they like until they are satisfied. And then they will come together and deliberate again to decide who had the coldest take. And then that person will lose that round and be forced to eat a chicken nugget dipped in the sauce of the particular level that we're on. We'll have 3 sauces as mentioned, so there'll be 3 levels. Level 1 and 2 will be the secret aardvark sauce. Level 2 and level 3 and 4 will be the Reaper sauce, and then level 5 is the last dab. So, that being said, I think we're ready to begin. Anybody have any questions before we get started?
It doesn't matter which one I start with, right? The hot take, you choose whichever of your 5?
Oh, yes. Yeah, you can you choose the order of your own hot takes. Okay. There is some strategy, I imagine, on...
you probably want your strongest one at the end, I imagine.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, something.
Yeah, or what you think is the strongest one.
Right.
But yeah, anything else?
Are there any rules about, like, what you can drink?
Great question.
I'll say no. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not here to kill you. I'm just watch you suffer.
Are you sure?
I am.
Cool. I was just gonna say, make sure you get a healthy dip, you guys. Right?
A dunk.
We're working on a trust system here. I know some of your cameras aren't pointing at your sauces, but get a good chunk. Okay, cool. Let's go. We will start round 1. Let's go, Dango. Dango Candlelight. What do you got?
All right. My first hot take is that Kingdom Hearts 2 was almost certainly designed to incorporate platforming. Okay. That's how I'm going to start out, but I'm curious to see what
Sure.
questions you got for me.
Excellent. Thank you for your take. Let's go Blackstorm. What do you got?
I think that's 0.2 with Aqua Story and everything. I think it's kind of almost like an overlooked game because because I haven't played Cage 3 still, but the way people talk about it is like, it's a tech demo for Cage 3. Oh, this is what you're going to get. Gameplay style, everything for Cage 3. But standalone game for like a 2.5 hour, 3 hour playthrough, that was probably the most fun I've had with Kingdom Hearts since Kingdom Hearts 2.
All right.
So that, I think, is very just overlooked, underrated game.
All right.
Okay, I like that.
There you go. We ready to defend that. Knights Norin, what do we got?
We should have only fought Sephiroth once in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yo.
One time.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Very open. I'm very intrigued by that. Okay. We've heard our takes. Judges, deliberate.
These are interesting ones. So we got
Well,
platforming in KH2, Sephiroth once, and 0.2 being underrated. Rez, what do you think on this?
Well, I immediately think that the Sephiroth 1 is pretty safe, in my personal opinion. In fact, that
Sure.
is a steaming hot take. I think that deserves to move on to the next round, but I still need to make sure that he stands by it. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like we do need to still ask questions on this regardless.
I agree. I definitely want to hear more about that. I also want to hear more about the platforming, because I'm not going to lie to you. That one, to me, is a little bit tenuous. I'm not sure how I feel about that, so I'll absolutely be asking questions of Dango for that one too.
I think of like some of the Cave of Remembrance stuff, but that's more the final mix versions that has
Exactly.
the platforming in there. None of that was in the original 2.
I agree. Okay, so then, and BJ, let me know if this is proper. I think I'm going to ask Dango a couple questions, and then I'll let Rez ask Knights in Order a couple questions. You with it?
Go for it. Yeah, whenever you guys are ready to start asking, go for
Excellent.
it.
I'm going to rip. I'm going to go first. Dango, you claim that KH2 was made to have platforming in it. Please expand upon how exactly. I know you have like the movement options, but how exactly would they have been implemented in that game?
Yeah,
1 minute
so
on the clock. Sorry.
Yeah, so
Got it.
you actually mentioned the prime example of why I think this was the case. Remember, my claim is that it was designed to incorporate platforming, not necessarily that it ended up doing so in the final product. The Cavern of Remembrance was something added afterwards that fully utilized all of the movement abilities. And we can see how well these movement abilities were executed. Now, you could make the argument, oh, well, what about that was created only for the final mix, right? But the only movement ability added to final mix was dodge roll, which had nothing to do with platforming. I find that interesting because why, if you're going to create this whole platforming thing, are you going to add just the dodge roll ability?
All right. Expand more. What is the problem with having Sephiroth in 2 and having an amazing super boss here that everybody universally loves to see him come back in there? So what's the issue you've got with it? I think it's hot, but I wonder, is it just hot for the sake of being hot?
So for me, I just think Final Fantasy has so many other bosses you could incorporate into it, and I think Kingdom Hearts 1 was plenty hard. Kingdom Hearts has like a really hard mechanic that's like really hard to get, which you can argue, Sephiroth is harder to beat in Kingdom Hearts 1. I think he should have just stayed in Kingdom Hearts 2 so that we could have that beef between him and Cloud actually just kind of come to a that should have been where it happened, and we could have had a different boss in Kingdom Hearts 1 with the plenty of Final Fantasy characters that are around. And I just think that because Sephiroth is so goated and had such a good design, the way that he just ore farms in Kingdom Hearts 2 kind of goes more parallel with the other ore farming bosses and ore farming blow-ups that we see in KH2. So even aesthetically, I feel like Sephiroth just fits way better in Kingdom Hearts 2 as a boss fight than in Kingdom Hearts 1. It feels kind of bad to be Sora in the big red pants and yellow shoes fighting Sephiroth, in Kingdom Hearts 1 to me. I just don't, it feels almost like Kingdom Hearts 1 is more chill. Alright, I'll stop there. Damn, I have a lot. There you go.
Fascinating.
I have a question for Blackstorm, if we don't mind then.
Okay. Rip it.
Okay.
All right. I'd like to give you the opportunity to make this take hotter. I want to know which games it's better than if it is underrated.
Whoa.
I would say if we're talking in terms of gameplay consistency, I don't know how hot this is, but I like Days and Recoder. I like their systems where you have these command decks, you can stick these abilities in. You have to work with the slots because you have some abilities that take up more slots and everything. I do like the idea of building and having to construct such a deck, but literally just mechanically when it comes to attacking, using magic, that's so much more free in 0.2 to where it's just, and maybe you could say that it's kind of, I don't know, lame to be able to hit magic back to back, but that just gives you access to more avenues to whether you want to do it like this or do it like this instead of being stricken to set to one way.
Judges.
Okay.
Any more questions?
Oh no, man! I'm not even gonna lie to you. They kind of made their claims pretty strong. I don't think I have any more questions at this time.
I don't either.
Time to come to a decision then. Rez and Mac deliberate. Who had the coldest take in round one?
I really like. So okay, let me first off just say Blackstorm's assertion was that 0.2 is underrated. I 100% agree. I think that is like true, and I think especially from a story standpoint, I think people don't appreciate that game as much. I love the idea of KH2 supposed to have been made with platforming. I just don't necessarily see it. I think that Dango made a good case for it, but I also think that Cave of Remembrance and everything that they added with the movement abilities added in Final Mix was done as an, oh, we should have done this, like, originally. We didn't think to. We should do it in the Final Mix version. So, Rez, I don't know about you. For me personally, with all love, I would have to select Dango as my losing take in this round, but I want to hear your thoughts.
So I think I'm going to go with Blackstorm on this one. Only because the two games that got mentioned there were Days and Coded, and I think it's very easy to say that things are better than Days and Coded when it comes to gameplay consistently. I wanted to hear Birth by Sleep or Chain of Memories. I wanted to get really spicy, where if he said one of those two, it would have been like, you're safe, you know? But because we got ones that are easy to make fun of, like Coded, I'm going to go with Blackstorm on this one. Because I think made with... I don't agree with Dango's take at all, but it's hot. You know?
It is a hot take. It is hot.
Yeah, so I'm going to vote for Blackstorm on this one.
All right, and so
And
it has
also-
been decided. Nope, sorry, go ahead.
All I was going to say was just at the end of this, I wanted to just shout out Knights of Norn. I think that your take when you said it of there should not have been a second Sephiroth fight, I was like, I don't know about that. But it's true, you made some good points about his story significance and how his story wraps up into compared to one. So I just thought that was very well put together. But BJ, you're right. We're tied. Help us out here, brother.
I'm almost thinking about just both of you.
What?
Wow.
You know what?
I like that.
You know
I
what?
like
We're gonna
that.
make an executive decision here, as is.
In the first round?
Yeah.
First round.
Yeah, we're gonna do. We're changing the rules. Fuck it.
What is this show?
Wow.
Too bad.
The coldest take in round one is a tie. Blackstorm, Dango. Consume your sauce.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
he's hateful. He's hateful.
This is the Aardvark.
Here we go, Aardvark. Knights of Norn sitting pretty.
I'm chilling
Feel
right now.
free to show the camera
Right now, dude.
I also like ties because I don't want you guys to go hungry. You know.
Oh, okay.
that's-
Oh, I see.
Of course.
He's a sweetheart.
I'm a carry host.
It's actually a lot. You don't mind
hard
yourself
to-
in 1 minute.
Look
I
at
don't
that.
have dip. I put mine all on top
we
of it.
got the video evidence and everything.
Of course. Of course, Blackstone hits us with the of course.
It's pretty spicy.
Does it got kicked?
Yeah.
You got, that's about a nice picture.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, I did not expect the secondhand feeling really bad for my friends to set in this quickly. Yeah, this is rough.
I ain't feeling bad at the moment.
I don't care about him.
Round two. Here we go. I like this. Okay. Round two takes. We'll let Blackstorm and Dango finish chewing. We'll start with Knights of Norn. What do you got?
Okay. Round two. Zach's design and Birth by Sleep and just in the Kingdom Hearts universe is mid. Less than mid, actually. I hate it compared to all the other drip that Final Fantasy characters got in the Kingdom Hearts universe. That's my take.
All right. All right. That's hot. You might get some hate for that. Let's go. Blackstorm, what do you got?
All right, I'm gonna have to turn it up here since I had a tie just now, man. Dream Drop Distance. As soon as time travel is introduced, they're like, "Oh yeah, this is how this works." Everything. The story is not grounded anymore.
Dango, what do you got?
All right. Sora and Riku are the very best representation of male friendship in media.
Okay.
I think I'm losing.
Hey, Rez and Matt, go ahead.
I gotta tell you that I'm not sure, to be honest, how much controversy Zach's fit is going to cause if I said that in like a Reddit comment section. I could be wrong. Like, you tell me if you think I'm wrong, but like, I don't know how many people are going to care.
No, I think you're right.
Oh man, I think quite a few people are going to care.
You think? Okay. Okay.
I'm going to have to dig in for some more on that one specifically. I also,
Gotcha.
I got to know more about the Sora and Riku male friendship dynamic, because I think that's going to be a really interesting conversation.
I guess if you have your questions, shoot away. Probe the contestants.
Let me go ahead and start with Knight Sonoran. So Zach's fit is whack and mid. So is this in comparison to how he looks in FF7, or like, you also mentioned like other FF characters get it better in the Kingdom Hearts series? Expand on that.
Yeah, so FF7, I think he's got the standard soldier uniforms and all of the variations that come with that, which are fine. But for him, he looks the most dweeby. I know he's supposed to be training in the Coliseum, but it's like, literally, Cloud gets one freaking wing, and he gets a scarf, and he gets Vincent Valentine's claw, all right? And he's got tape on his sword, which, okay, that's trippy. Sephiroth gets like a heartless sort of outline on him. That's also sick, okay? Squall looks just as crispy in Kingdom Hearts as he does in Final Fantasy VIII. So like, everybody else gets to say sexy except Zach. He gets younger and then just gets rounded out. I'm like, dog. And his helmet's so goofball, bro. How could? Anyways, that's it. That's my defense.
That's it. That's all it is. Okay. All right. I like it.
As somebody that has sat there with me and seen JT and Steven and Dan and Memphis, how can you say? And also, just expand on it more.
Yeah. In media, male friendships are not usually portrayed to be so vulnerable, or males aren't allowed to show their vulnerability with each other in their friendship. Sora and Riku go through many ups and downs, and we see their connection just grow the entire time, and it's never unrealistic either. It feels very authentic, and it's not something that I'm used to seeing, and I think it's not something that people in general are used to seeing. I'm sure there's in some media out there that I'm not aware of. Maybe there's other really, wonderful male friendships portrayed. This is the best one that I've seen, and I'd be interested to hear like counter examples.
He said, "You can't even give me better examples than my own." He said, "Y'all can't even beat mine." That's crazy. Good for you, Dango. I like that. Here's the thing about Black Storms is, I think a lot of people would agree with it. Like obviously, we are very involved with the Kingdom Hearts series. We've played through every game or nearly every game. Like, we follow the series very closely, and we don't find the story that confusing. But I think for a lot of outsiders, the story can be confusing if you were just to try and explain it to them. And it gets no easier when you involve time travel. And I think that that's not necessarily a take that people would disagree with. So honestly, I'm good on Black Storm's take. For me personally, if we were to deliberate on this right now, unfortunately, with love in my heart, Knight Sonoran, man, I just don't see it. I don't know that Zach was that trippy to begin with. I don't think that Zach had it like that in FF7 and the other games. And so them turning him into I'm sorry, homie. Them turning him into this, like, dweeb in the Coliseum makes sense to me, because it's like, that's how he seems to me anyway. That's just how I feel about that, though. That's just me.
So we are going the coldest take, by the way.
Oh, like the take that, like, to be clear, like, the take that most people would agree with, and is not like that, like,
it's not spicy. It's not melting your face off.
I get you. Then yeah, probably Black Storms.
Tough break.
Because I agree with it, and I think a lot of people would agree with it.
I think I'm unfortunately going to have to do the same, because I share the opinion. You're agreeing with me too much. I want my face melted. You've got to stick the knife in my heart a little bit more here. You know what I mean?
I think I hear it.
Yep.
Nah, I got no words. I'm putting the sauce on now.
I'm excited.
No,
Black Storm's off to a
dude, we can't.
Hot start. And by hot, I mean cold. Eat that chicken, Black Storm. You got a secret aardvark. Number 2.
Is it good?
I mean, you could argue that you're just front loading, the mild sauce now, and you'll get your hot takes in, for these later rounds.
Yeah, dude.
There you go.
Look at that.
Nice.
There we go.
Delicious.
Yeah.
You know, by the way, if any of these sauces want to sponsor us for future videos, you just let us know, okay? We got you. Just be like promoting your material. We got y'all.
Just send money.
Entering round 3, our scoreboard looks like thus. Blackstorm's got 2 cold takes. Dango's got 1. We're going to round 3. Dango, give us your hot take. And yes, by the way, I don't know if it caught it, but we are moving on to the next sauce. So if you have the coldest take in this round and the next round, you will be consuming the Garlic Reaper. That's what it's called, right? Garlic Reaper hot sauce. So go ahead, Dango. What do you got?
All right. Chain of Memories is the most important game in the series.
The most important game in the series.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Blackstorm.
Out of the BBS trio, the Wayfinder trio, I think I care about Aqua the least.
Ooh. Okay. Knights and Orin.
Okay, man. This might be it for me, boys. Toy Story and Atlantica as worlds in Kingdom Hearts suck.
Toy box. So toy box in 3, Atlantica in 1. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. We have our takes. Rez, Mac, go ahead.
I think that Knights and Orins would have been so much stronger if he just said Toy Box. The fact he said Atlantica, which gets hated on consistently throughout, like, every time I see people do this, he split some cold and hot simultaneously. I think if he just kept it to Toy Box, it might have been a little bit hotter. I don't know. I think I got to ask him about that. Like, why'd you weaken your own argument here?
I actually completely agree with you, Rez. I think if you had just said Toy Box is a bad world, that's definitely a conversation we had. But I do agree that a lot of people are going to think that KH1 Atlantica deserves a spot as a bad world, especially.
And then also, if you include KH2 Atlantica, that also comes up in this conversation, people don't like to do that a lot of the time. You know, there's a lot of people that people should be having more Finny fun. Let's be clear. But I'm saying there's a lot of people that don't like that world at all. So I don't know how hot this is.
I tell you what, though, man, I gotta hear from both Blackstorm and Dango, because Chain of Memories being an important game, sure. The most important game? I don't know about all that. So I'm definitely gonna hear from that. And then I also want Blackstorm to tell me why the hate for Aqua. Between the BBS trio, Terra and Ventus, and not holding that space for Aqua. Let me start with Dango real quick, and then we'll hear from Knights and Orin.
Yeah, for sure. So, Chain of Memories, of course, introduces many of the concepts that just continue moving on through the series, right? So, the organization, nobodies, and just even more concepts of just how the heart is connected to memories. Now, the other thing about Chain of Memories is if you skip any other game in the series, so like if you skip 2 or if you skip Days, the immediate next game you play doesn't cause any confusion or questions, right? If you skip 2 and you play Days after Chain of Memories, you're really not confused because you already kind of know who the organization is, you know what's going on, and that's like the crux of my argument of why it's the most important game in the series.
All right, Knights and Orin, I got to ask, why is Atlantica a hot take that should save you this round? Toy Box again. You don't have to defend that. I'm just asking Atlantica.
Okay, Atlantica, it's a hot take because this is how I was thinking about it. There is so much nostalgia connected to the larger Disney realm and Kingdom Hearts. And because nostalgia is a big draw, and we're, honestly, I think a lot of us are millennials here. I don't know, Blackstorm, how old you are. But the millennial draw towards your, like, Disney movies you watched as a child, adding some epicness to your Disney worlds, thinking that, we got to keep it in just for the sake of the memories and the sake of the Finny fun, is, like, something that needs to keep in, especially for more female players or, like, people that don't identify completely masculine in Kingdom Hearts. And so I thought Atlantica is, like, me personally, I'm like, dude, it's a waste. Like, give me more action. There's a lot more you could do with Disney that's way more fun. Like, even Corona feels more convincing to me than doing anything in Atlantica. So, anyways, that's it.
I kind of like that defense. Which means that Blackstorm, you have to bring your A game on this, brother. Tell me what's up with the Aqua hate.
First of all, I'm definitely Gen Z. But for my take here, so I like Aqua as a character. Like, that's not like, or playing as her. Like, I think she has a great design. I love playing with her magic skills and like BBS, and of course 0.2. I like that. Her theme or whatever. But in terms, like, the narrative obviously wants me to care about Aqua, who I feel is the most out of the three. You have Terra, who, has his descent into darkness, loses his body, his heart, and then now he's just lingering will. Then you have Ventus, who, shattered heart and everything, but kind of able to save the day at the end of the day by not having the Keyblade remade. With Aqua, even though she has this descent into like literal darkness, she's in the realm of darkness now for 10 years. Thanks, Mickey. The emphasis that they're trying to make it, I don't feel as bad for her almost. Like, the descents, the problems that I have with, not the problems, but the problems that Terra and Ventus have feel more impactful than what Aqua has to me. So her, even though she's lost in darkness, having like this kind of self-loathing of sorts, does it feel like worth caring compared to the other two?
Boy, man. Ooh. These boys decided to bring their A game this round. They said, okay, we playing on the second level of hotness, let's all go crazy.
I had to. I lost the first 2 rounds. I had to.
I think you gotta lock in, man.
I'll tell you, I think Blackstorm should be safe this time. I think that...
I actually agree. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that you put that into the Reddit spheres, you're always going to see Aqua at the top of that trilogy, like, all the time. And I think the arguments were also argued for pretty well here. So I think, number one, you're safe for once, for me,
Thank you.
Nice.
For me, then, if it comes down to the Atlantica and Toy Box or Bad Worlds versus the Chain of Memories being the most important, I don't necessarily know that I agree that you could jump into the next game and not be confused. But I do understand what you're saying insofar as Chain of Memories sets up the nobodies, it sets up the organization, it sets up Roxix to a certain degree. Like, it does really lay down the foundation for these high concepts that are going to be relevant to the rest of the series. So I'm willing to hear that hot take out. Again, Knights of Norn, I love the idea. If you had just said Toy Box is a bad world and argued that, I think you'd be in a really good spot. But when you include Atlantica, I do think you argued it well. I gotta say, like, I think that you brought a good argument to the table talking about the nostalgia factor, because that is a huge part of Kingdom Hearts in general. But I do think most fans dislike Atlantica. So me personally, I'm a vote Knights of Norn in this round.
I'm gonna do the exact same thing.
It has been decided. Knights of Norn. Sauce up, baby.
Here we go. We're going with the garlic.
There it is. In all its glory.
In all its glory. I'm about to die, guys.
Oh no, brother.
It's over. It's over. Here we go.
It's over. I honestly, I was looking forward to doing this recording because I think it's like a fun idea. It's stressing me out too. This recording, this game is stressing me right out.
How'd I feel over there?
How we doing?
It's all encompassing.
How was it?
There is no flavor anymore.
Ooh, okay. Wow. Okay. All right. Entering round 4, the penultimate round. Let's start with Blackstorm. What do you got?
I see what I guess it's kind of one of the overlapping ones. I think that Rechain of Memories is the most underrated game.
Okay. Knights of Norn.
All right. This is going to be another level type situation. I'll be interested to hear, but I don't like that 100-acre wood is in Kingdom Hearts. Feels like a wasted world for the intensity that Kingdom Hearts can offer.
Just to clarify, the entire franchise or like one particular game?
The entire franchise. Just excellent.
Okay. All right. Dango, what do you got?
That hurts my heart so bad.
Good Bird isn't on here.
So my hot take is that Kingdom Hearts 3 is a better paced game than Kingdom Hearts 2.
Better paced. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm hopping in. I'm gonna just cut everybody off right here. Knights of Norn. In what world does 100-acre wood not belong to Kingdom Hearts? Spit it. Tell me what's up.
Yeah, so the idea of 100-acre wood, revolving around the mini games and like the idea of loss and memory, to me, is like, okay, cool, that's already in Kingdom Hearts enough. I even think about other types of like Disney movies and other types of like Disney franchises that could have been incorporated into understanding like, hey, loss is real, grief is real, growing up is real. You see that all over. You already have that with Hook. You already have that with Pinocchio. You already have that with Jiminy Cricket. You have these ideas of having to grow up, Sora and Riku, and their like boyhood, manhood, and like moving on from things, wrestling with different emotions. I just think that, again, this is me wanting more, maybe more, some more action out of Kingdom Hearts, that you could have done the deeper themes and side piece conversations with Pooh and the characters in 100 Acre Wood and the idea of loss of Christopher Robin and those kinds of things, him growing up. You could have done that in a different way, or just had a different world. I don't think you need to have that world in Kingdom Hearts for it to be impactful. And again, that speaks to my other point, even from Atlantica, even though it was a bad take, of like a greater nostalgia to like fill in some gaps to like attract players rather than making a better world to play through. And then mini games, I'm just like, I'm not a mini game person. So I'm just like, get it out of there.
All right. So Blackstorm, I gotta give you a chance here to go even spicier, right? If Chain of Memories is underrated, I want you to tell me the biggest things that it's better than in the franchise.
Not necessarily the impact of the story. That's what Nick was talking about. But just the story itself, I do think, same way I was kind of talking about 0.2, that standalone story is, I think, kind of overlooked. People don't really talk about it enough, I feel like. But mostly I'm talking about the gameplay. I would definitely say I enjoy Chain of Memories gameplay than Birth by Sleep gameplay. Or just the command deck system in general. I might be able to let you slide with like KH2, 3, like 0.2 combat systems. But the idea of being able to sit there, construct my deck, I have to manage the amount of points I have in my deck. Be able to sit there and construct these strategies, I love doing. It feels very rewarding to do so. And I think people have a problem with like the 3D environments of Rechain, and that's why they're like, oh, this is why Chain of Memories is better. I can't sit here and say that when Rechain is more like Kingdom Hearts 1 in that sense. And then I have so many more options in Chain of Memories than Chain of Memories. Games will typically always be better when you have the option to do so many different things instead of having a less amount. And it's not so many that where it's like, all right, I'm so overwhelmed.
Resmac, got anything for Dingo?
I don't think so. I got to hear it a bit, but I don't know if you want to explain it more. You know, like I've got to hear this one in person when we were at Reconnect, so that's why I don't have any questions, but I'm wondering if you want to explain it for the audience.
Yeah, I should explain it. Yeah. Kingdom Hearts 3 has actually a pretty traditional story structure, right?
Okay.
You start the game, you're introduced with the conflict, and you go through some worlds, and with each world you get like a little bit more of what's happening, and then at the end you have the big climax, and then you kind of falls off with the right falling action, right? Kingdom Hearts 2 is this weird structure where you're like going through the worlds, and sometimes it's really important what's going on, and sometimes it's not, but then the climax happens right in the middle of the game. You have the 1000 Heartless battle, the confrontation with Sykes and Axel, the Ansem isn't really Ansem reveal, the Xemnas revealed, you know, Sora is being used by the organization, and then the end game doesn't really have these big reveals. It's like the guy who sounded exactly like Ansem, Diz, is Ansem, and Riku is, well, Riku was Ansem, but he's still Riku. It's like, so it's just, it doesn't have a climax at the end of the game. It has it right in the middle.
Mm-hmm. I have one more question for Dango. Does that mean that Kingdom Hearts 2's story overall is worse than Kingdom Hearts 3's?
No. I am specifically talking about the pacing.
The pacing
and I'm saying it's a hot take because I think the pacing is often criticized for 3. But I don't think pacing is really the issue with that game at all. It more has to do, I think, with the overall just resolution.
I would like to declare one person safe, if we don't mind. Now, you can disagree with me, of course, but I think Knight Sonoran is safe because he did his take, and then 2 people immediately wanted to jump him for it, right? You didn't even start deliberating questions. You immediately wanted to attack him on it, and then Nick was like, "You just hurt my heart." I think that Knight Sonoran is safe on this one.
I think I'd have to agree with that. I hate to do this. I honestly hate to do this. I honestly think Dango is safe too. I really do. I think that, I know, I'm sorry, Blackstorm. It is all love, bro. I promise. But I really do. I think that, the pacing in particular, I think if you had said that KH2's story was overall worse than KH3, I think we would have had a harder time defending that. but I think specifically sticking to the pacing of the games and how the story plays out and how the games themselves are played is an important distinction. I think that while that might be a hot take to some people, I think it's well argued, and I do think that that's a strong take.
I am going to vote for Dango on this one, and I am going to
Really?
tie it. So my reasoning is I actually disagree with both of these people here on these takes. So they immediately both came in as spicy for me. But I think by shortening the version of the take in the way that Dango did, it made it less spicy overall, right? Where we're saying that Chain of Memories, Rechain of Memories in particular, is better than all of these other things, where I think if you put that in a ranking system, you're going to get more heat. Where Dango did, I think, almost too good of a job condensing the take, where then it's not as spicy. I think Black.
You're saying I argued too. You're saying my take was spicy, but because I argued so well that it's not spicy.
No, it's you made. You made the wording. It's not the argument. You made the wording too good. Where now people can't beef with it. People can't beef with it as much.
I'll be less articulate next time. My bad.
Yeah.
BJ,
right.
help us.
No, I'm not helping. No, we're still. It's a tie.
I know how you handle ties. I know where this is going, BJ.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Oh man.
Black Storm and
Wow.
Dango. Get that sauce.
Me?
Oh
yeah.
no.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
tie, bro.
Let's
That's
go.
terrible.
Let's go.
Oh my god.
This
There it
not
is.
messing with me.
For all the world to see.
Trying to show what I'm doing here. This didn't pour out too well, but I'm rubbing in there.
Okay.
It looks spicy on camera. Like it looks
Yeah.
like it would be spicy.
I
I'm
don't have
scared.
the
I'm
dip
so
for it.
scared right
I
now.
don't have a bowl to dip. It's fine now. Here we go. It's dripping off a bit.
Oh, that's chunky. Oh,
Mhm.
that's a good dip.
I'm going
Right.
to pull back the curtain here a little bit and let our viewers know that when this game was first conceived, Beach and I were going back and forth about the numbers of contestants and judges. And when we got enough contestants so that Beach and I could not be on the panel and could instead MC and judge, we were stoked. Because neither of us were trying to do this, dude.
You're awful.
Let's check in.
All right.
Blackstorm, Dango, how we
No.
feeling?
That's got some heat to it.
Nah, she. Oh.
Ooh.
Nick
See,
might
Knights
die.
and Oran's been sitting on that for a bit too. So,
I have.
like, I feel like he's almost in a worse position right now.
This
Dude, my
is,
friends are weird, boys. I can breathe again. I'm back.
This is so bad.
Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah,
What,
that's
the
a
next
hot one right
one?
there.
Like, what? The next one's like 5 times hotter? Oh.
It's
Oh,
what?
More than that.
How much? What's the multiplier?
I can't count, sorry.
Do you want me to remind you of the Scoville units on that
Yeah,
last
yeah.
one compared to this one? Okay, so the one you currently, or that you just ate, the Garlic Reaper, had an estimated Scoville unit of about 113,000.
Okay.
The last Dab experience has a Scoville unit count of 2.6 million.
Oh.
Oh, we're dead. One of us is dead, I guess.
Maybe two.
And we're back. Bowls have been cleaned once again. And we're moving on to our last question. If you forget the rules of the game, the coldest take in this round must dip the last Dab experience, which is hot, to say the least. We'll begin with Knight Sonoran. What do you got for us?
All right. So I think Naminé is a poorly written character. I don't like her character arc, and I don't like her character narrative. That's my take.
That is a hot take, and I know this about you, and I really want you to defend this to the public, and I'm very excited for you to go on about that.
Yes, sir.
We'll switch over to Blackstorm.
I can't get past the idea of more than the Keyblades that are introduced in Kingdom Hearts 1, like between 1 and 2. So basically, I only think that should be 3 Keyblades. So the idea of like Keyblade War, all these other people having a Keyblade and everything, I do not agree with at all. I don't think it should exist.
Okay. Dango?
All right. For experienced players, Kingdom Hearts 1 is by far Kingdom Hearts 1 is by far the least challenging game in the series.
Okay. All right. Resin Mac?
I mean, where to even begin? The biggest, last, most intense round, and they brought it. I will most certainly be asking questions. And I also know this about Knights of Norn. We talked about this very briefly at Reconnect, but I am going to definitely be hearing more about Naminé. I'm not as up on the, like, high-level combat techniques, so I will also definitely be hearing from Dango about what exactly makes Kingdom Hearts 1 so quote-unquote easy or less difficult, because I've always struggled with that game. What do you got on this, Rez? What's your thoughts?
When it comes to Blackstorm, I think that's very interesting. You think of some of the hype moments from later in the franchise, and you've got the reveal of some of the, like Axel with the Keyblade, and you've got all of that. So I think that is a very interesting take. I just need it expanded on a bit more, because how do we get to Kingdom Hearts 4 and 5 and 6 if we only limit it to only so many people can have Keyblade? So I think that's a very interesting take that I haven't heard before, so I'm interested to hear more about it.
Well, obviously, I haven't played 3. So you have all these Keyblade widows that come in with 3. You have the Key Saga, where you have everybody that is Keyblade wielder. You have these unions, everyone's fighting for the light or whatever. But it's... Hold on, that's killing me. It's the idea that, like, in Kingdom Hearts 1, the whole time, it's the Keyblade hero, the Keyblade's chosen one. If you're saying that the entire time of Kingdom Hearts 1 and Rechain, in Days, and in Kingdom Hearts 2, don't go back however many years, I don't care, 10 years, however many years beforehand, and be like, hey, we all had a Keyblade, man. What are we doing? What is that? And it's not like I don't like what's going on in the story. It's not that I don't enjoy them. But writing-wise, and it's not like the story doesn't make sense, but from a writing standpoint, you have Sora's Keyblade, the Keyblade, then you have Mickey's opposite, like, counterparts, which, may not be explained in Kingdom Hearts 1 exactly, but I'm not necessarily arguing against it. Then you have Riku Ansem pulling some Darkness Keyblade out of his ass, basically. But I'm not really complaining about that either. But the idea that you have the Keyblade, and then in Birth by Sleep, you introduce the Keyblade again, the X-Blade. What exactly are we doing here? Is what I'm saying.
And I'm gonna let y'all go for as long as you want on these, just so
Fight for your
mainly
life.
so that you can decide if the pain in your mouth is worth defending your point.
Look, okay, in that case, then hold on then.
Okay.
Because
Rip it.
it's like you have the Keyblade that goes to the Door to Darkness. You put the Infinite on the Door to Darkness and everything. So you have these Keyblades that have so much emphasis put on them between KH1 and 2 timeline-wise. Then when you go back to Birth by Sleep with Xehanort trying to form the Key Blade again that goes to Kingdom Hearts. Now I got a blue Kingdom Hearts in the sky and some clouds that Xehanort summons for out of nowhere and everything, when I thought the Door of Darkness or Realm of Darkness was Kingdom Hearts. Things like that. So it's like you're introducing these multiple kind of emphasized important factors, important Keyblades, important Kingdom Hearts things that I have to either just kind of roll with, or until I get to the end of the series, till I get to this latter half of the series, now that's when I have to understand and kind of be okay with the idea of multiple Keyblades, multiple Kingdom Hearts, in a sense.
I guess like something on top of that just appeared in my head is when we start, it's the Keyblade's chosen one, and now we're at like 308 or whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I remember, as we ask the questions, don't defend your point too well, because Rez will.
Yeah, I'm evil. I am evil, and I will use it against you.
Okay, so Kingdom Hearts 1 is the least challenging game in this series for experienced players. So it's the only game in which you have actual invincibility. What do I mean by that? Well, you can think of like MP, right? How does MP work in Kingdom Hearts 1? Well, you have these like bars of MP, right? And you fill them up by hitting things, or later in the game, you get hit and it fills it up for you. When you're leveled and you're like mid-game, you have Leaf Bracer, which stops you from being interrupted when you heal. You have MP Rage, which regenerates your MP when you get hit. So it's like, okay, I can always heal. In Kingdom Hearts 2, you have like the rechargeable MP bar. Oh yeah, and in Kingdom Hearts 3, you don't really have like this actual invincibility. You have moments where it's like, oh, you can get killed, right? The other thing is grinding actually solves all of your potential problems in Kingdom Hearts 1. There is not a single boss that's difficult at level 100 in Kingdom Hearts 1. Including Sephiroth and the mysterious figure, right? Once you're at level 100, those bosses, you don't even need any special techniques. It's very easy. In Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 3, every other game, there's secret bosses out there that are like, oh, even at max level, back stats, it's like, this is hard. So those are like my two main points. I think the main reason that people find, like, look back on Kingdom Hearts 1 is particularly challenging is because the game felt very punishing. Because when we first played that game, there was no way to skip cutscenes. So every time we died, we're going, oh, well, now I got to sit through this whole cutscene that I've watched 5 times, right? You know, there's no way you're taking Kyrie's heart. You know, we've heard that so many times, right? So that's the reason I think people look back at that game and think, wow, that game was really hard. It's because of how punishing it was. But in reality, it wasn't as challenging as any of the other games.
Okay, because you said for experienced players, how many experienced players are going to disagree with you and roast you for this one?
I think a lot will, honestly, because I think it's like I said. I think it's like I said that when people look back on Kingdom Hearts 1, they think it's really challenging, but it's not. It's just because it's punishing.
You made a really, really good point. And again, I said that I'm not big on like the gameplay specifics. But you said something that made me think, and it was that in KH1, you can heal multiple times, and you have those multiple MP bars. Whereas in KH2 and 3, healing kills your MP bar entirely. And I do think that's a really interesting thing to remember, and I often forget about that. So that's pretty well done. You know, in a way, I'm kind of stoked we left Knights of Norn for the end of this, because I do think of all the takes, I'm not saying this is the hottest take of the video or anything, but I do think this is the take that will wind up in our comments with angry people the most. Knights of Norn, tell me why Naminé is a poorly written character.
All right, so we have Naminé, who, in my impression as a 13-year-old, pulls up as this random witch, and here we are in Castle Oblivion, and we've got Chain of Memories, and then we have Kingdom Hearts 2, and she feels, to me, really unfounded and disconnected. Eventually, she becomes connected. Naminé is supposed to be this nobody of Kairi and kind of Sora. And so it's like, okay, now we have our hybrid nobody situation going on, which is already a Roxas Ventus kind of situation with Sora. So then you have Sora's heart being kind of like split into all these different various vessels that all eventually come back together. And I'm like, all right, cool, man. But like Naminé herself to me is like, all I ended up doing was seeing her as this like, okay, she's blonde haired and blue eyed and kind of has a short dress and I'm supposed to feel bad for her. Like, why? Like, okay, so and all of a sudden she's a witch. And I'm like, what other witches do we have in the series that isn't why am I forgetting her name? Maleficent. I'm like, what's going on here? Maybe, obviously there's other Disney characters that are witches, but like, oh, she's a witch that can do things to memories. And it's like, okay, so nobody that has the power of like rearranging memories, restoring memories, like, to me, Naminé just feels like this really meta character that should have almost been like a fourth person on Destiny Islands with the original trio, or should have been a fourth person with the Birth by Sleep trio, or should have been a fourth person with the Days trio, which maybe you could argue for that. But I feel a robustness and a connectedness to all these other characters, but not really Naminé. And then she kind of gets left behind in the development of the rest of the characters. Like, I'm looking at Riku going through his darkness. I'm looking at Sora figuring out who he is and the power of his friends. I'm looking at Kairi be like, hey, don't leave me behind anymore. I'm looking at Axel being like, I'm going to be a double agent. I'm looking at Roxas being like, I need Jean back. I'm looking at Jean being like, do I even exist? And then Naminé is like, oh yeah, we're just like so glad that she's like being kind of like not in the hands of the organization anymore. So she almost feels like she has the least amount of agency too, where I'm like, damn, everybody else that we feel bad for in Kingdom Hearts gets this crazy amount of agency, but Naminé just starts out nerfed by the organization. That to me is just like, in terms of what Kingdom Hearts does and how connected I get to the characters and their arcs that they have to go through, she has like this incomplete, almost like drop her in and then she helps Sora get his memories back, and so she just ultimately just becomes a Sora support. And that's like it. So even Blackstorm, earlier you talked about like being convinced by Aqua. I think that's like, oh, yeah, she's not that convincing. Am I supposed to feel bad for her being left in betwixt and in between? Or sorry, not the in betwixt and between. What's it called? The Dark Meridian for 10 years. It's like, I feel bad for her, me personally, but you brought up a good point. Where with Naminé, I'm just like, dude, yeah, you're just not that convincing of a story for me. And so, yeah, I think in terms of the overall, not just like narrative development, because yeah, she has themes of loneliness. She has themes of like, who am I? She has themes of identity. She has all those things that honestly, the whole organization has, and a lot of everybody in Kingdom Hearts has. But I'm not convinced by the lack of foundation that she has as a character in the story. Everybody else to me is a very good reason why they became a nobody, person who they were before they were a nobody. To me, Naminé just kind of pulls up and is then like, oh, we've got to get her out of the hands of the clutches of the organization, but then gets nerfed by her agency and then just becomes a source of support. And like, honestly, I don't know what we do with Naminé after 3. What happens? Everybody else I'm convinced of. Days Trio is going to go kick ass, however they're going to go kick ass. We have our OG trio, Birth by Sleep trio. Where do we leave Naminé now? Like, as a 10th person? I don't know. So that's why I think she's a poorly written character.
All right. We have gotten to that point, unless anybody has any more questions.
I honestly don't. I think that all 3 were able to lay out their points pretty well.
I'm struggling. I don't have any more questions, but I haven't made my pick, so it's...
I also have not made my pick either, bro. Oh, there's so much riding on this, dude. There's so much.
Can anybody be ruled out?
I think I can honestly rule out Dango. I really do. I think that your take was argued well. I think that there are people that are going to disagree with it, and that's why I think it is a good take, because it's a take that is unpopular, but that can be argued succinctly. I think that KH1 is a game that people have played to death at this point. There's so many ways of optimizing how that game is played. There's still challenges, and that's why KH1, there's so many challenge runs and mods you can do, right? Because it's just like, at this point, that's how you spice that game up. Again, even with my fairly limited knowledge of like the higher level speedrun gameplay, whatever, I think that there's a lot of people that are going to be upset with the idea that KH1 is the easiest game to beat. But I think that it can strongly be argued, as you did, that is the case. So I personally am willing to mark Dango safe.
As much as I wanted to give it to Dango, I think I'm going to agree, It hurts me because I wanted him to eat the sauce, but,
Rez, help me out between Blackstorm and Knight Sonoran, bro. Talk me through it.
I will say, just in terms of the arguments that we got, the initial questions, initial statements, I do think Knight Sonoran's is initially the spicier one, right? However, I think that Blackstorm did more arguing in a passionate way that kind of sold me on the take.
Yeah.
Oh, it's tough because they're...
It is tough.
I'm going to say Knight Sonoran is going to do the last stab.
Yeah, let me also say that like I think you guys all brought your A game for this last round. I think this game started off very fun in the first couple rounds and very quickly turned serious, and you guys locked in, and I think that's great because that's the spirit of the game, baby. Oh, damn it. Oh, God, Knight Sonoran, I love you, bro. I appreciate you. I think you're awesome. I'm also voting for you. I'm so sorry.
Yes!
Oh, my God. There we have it. There we have it. Knight Sonoran.
This is the end.
I'm sorry. You have the coldest take. I will say, okay, here, I'm not going to make everybody do the last step, but...
There's a cold take in the Kingdom Hearts community. That's all I'll say. It's like, wow.
It's not a cold
They're
take.
all hot takes.
It's not a cold take.
All hot takes.
They're all hot takes. Yeah, to be super clear, they're all super hot takes.
Crazy that's the coldest one. Wow.
Oh, God.
My goodness. All right.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's all right.
Sorry.
This is why I'm committed to it.
I'm gonna make an executive decision. Blackstorm, Dango, you do not have to take the last dab. However, I am going to make you do one more of the Garlic Reaper sauce. So, Dango, Blackstorm, Garlic Reaper, Knight Sonoran, load that baby up. You don't have to drown it.
All right. Here we go.
Yeah, that's perfect.
A little bit
It
more.
looks like battery acid, dude.
God.
Dude.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God.
Oh no!
Oh, jeez.
Legends. Are we all going 3, 2, 1? Just so you know, in 2026, 2025, wherever you are, if you guys are seeing us together for the first time as content creators in the Kingdom Hearts universe, I did this for you. Here we go.
Blackstorm Dango, feel free to take a bit of a last stab if you
I
want.
will.
But
No, oh God.
did you say you
I will. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I bought this. I'm
Oh,
gonna try it.
Hell yeah!
Wait, how much worse is it
Dango?
than the Garlic Reaper?
The other one was only 6 digits. It was like 113,000. The last one is 2.6 million.
Right.
What do you
So the
think,
Garlic
Ryan?
Reaper?
Is it really that bad then?
The back end is like continuing to rise. Like it's just getting hotter, like progressively. So I'm
No.
just bracing.
Oh,
Are we doing that much? See, I didn't put all that on mine. Okay.
Is that good or is it too
They're like half.
That's perfect. That's
Okay,
Probably all we need,
it's
really.
pretty hot.
protect
It's pretty
them.
hot, but it's not so
Die.
much that you're gonna die. You're not gonna die. It is hot though. It is hot.
I just want you guys to know, I do not like milk. This was full.
Hey, good boy.
God.
Oh,
you want to make a guest
yeah, there we
appearance
go.
and
Mhm.
do a last stab.
This one is like a slow build-up.
Yeah.
The Garlic Reaper, it'll
Mhm.
hit you kind of fast.
Yeah.
Yep.
This one is slowly going up and up.
That's how I'm experiencing it right now.
Okay, sorry to make you guys do that.
you're not.
But thank you for doing that. No, I'm not. You're right. Okay, well, that's been Hot Ones Hot Takes, guys. Did you all have fun? Did we have fun today?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I had a great time.
Yay!
I'm recovering now, honestly. It only took like half a gallon
Okay.
of milk.
Cool. Well, thanks to you guys for joining us. Thank you to everyone here. Nice Snorn, Rez, Blackstorm, Dango, Mac like stuff. I'm gonna give you all a chance to plug your stuff. What do you got going on? We'll start. Mac, what do you got?
Always YouTube videos, man. Editing stuff for the Unversed Creative Network as far as all these other games are doing and stuff like that. Keep an eye on that. And then check out my channel for more specific stuff on Kingdom Hearts, sports, movies, and everything in between.
I have nothing to plug, but if you like Kingdom Hearts, please play Yakuza Like a Dragon. Cool.
Yeah, I don't have anything to plug right now either, but you can find me or you can see message me on Twitch or anything. It's Dango Candlelight.
On YouTube and Twitch, it's Blackstorm20x. I do a lot of gaming content. Obviously, Kingdom Hearts right now. But I'm definitely trying to expand to where it's more variety in general. But lined up, I have just a bunch of JRPGs these next couple of months that I want to play.
Working on some new music right now. I just released a music video that me and some friends shot here in Southern California, just using some iPhones. So go check that out on my YouTube or my Instagram or snippet on my TikTok. I'll be releasing some more music either later this year or early next year. Working on an EP and some Kingdom Hearts covers right now.
I'm BJ Burnsy everywhere. I have one video on a YouTube channel. It's stupid, but check it out. It's Kingdom Hearts. It's Kingdom Hearts characters as road signs. It's really bad. I'm just trying to work on my video editing skills. I do have one in the works though that I'm excited about. I started writing a script for. That'll be really fun. Other than that, yeah, like Max said, check out the Unversed Network. We've got a ton of stuff coming out now. And if you want to be a part of it, send us a message or leave a comment. Engagement, always helps us out a lot. Subscribe, follow, all that fun stuff. But yeah, big things coming. Be a part of it now while we're new, and you won't be accused of being a bandwagon.
Fire.
That's all I got for y'all. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for watching us suffer. We are going to do more of these in the future with some exciting twists coming and new guests. And again, if you want to be a part of this, just let us know. Otherwise, love you all, and may your heart be your guiding key.
Thoughts and prayers for my insides, please.
Oh god, really hot in here.